Mr. Das will present a talk on balancing renewable and fossil fuel energy for efficient grid management. So let's welcome Mr. Das.
Namaskar, my friends, and let me start about this subject which I have been talking today. This balancing between the renewable energy power and the conventional coal-based power station. I will consolidate my talks in 4 points. First point is the solar power is coming up in a very big way in our country. I remember still in olden days, solar power is to be very costly, and people thought if solar power comes, the balancing will be disturbed. The conventional energy and solar power, they cannot match with each other. The reason being solar power is available only during daytime and nothing is available in the evening or the night. So that makes the total plant load factor is about 20%. So solar power cannot go alone. If I maintain the grid with solar power alone, so yes, during night there is nothing. So solar power has to join hand with some conventional power plant like maybe coal-based, maybe something else, which can run in the night. Now, balancing our solar power with the conventional energy means it is a very dynamic situation and tricky situation, which says during daytime, the conventional power has to back down. That has to reduce its generation. And again, during night, it has to raise up. So if I am running a conventional power plants, daytime maybe my load will be about 30 to 40%, and during night maybe 60 to 80%. So I need to be very flexible. So that is a big challenge for conventional power plants, especially for big power plants, which is running on subcritical units with drum type boilers. It is very difficult for them to come down with the load and again raising the load. This flexibility is very difficult. Now, what is the consequential effect of this? Consequential effect of this is in conventional power plant, they are consuming lot of auxiliary power consumption because mostly they are running at part load. So always there is a high auxiliary power consumption and they are never running at the design points. That full load points probably they are never running. So one is auxiliary power consumption, another point is decreased efficiency. Whatever should have been the design efficiency, these people cannot meet that. The conventional power plant people cannot meet that. This is a challenge now which we are facing now. Second point is introduction of biomass pellets. Now Government of India is mandated to add about 10% of biomass with coal. And utilities, especially NTPC, successfully doing it. That is a huge amount. If the complete power plants, all coal-based power plants, whatever we had in our country, if that 10% of the fuel, that is 10% of the fossil fuel is replaced by biomass, then is a huge quantity of biomass is being burned. Means huge quantity of coal is being replaced by biomass. And it is of course successful and environmentally friendly also. But there is another hidden challenge. Commercial angle need to be checked. Whenever it is running at partial load, coal-fired stations are running at partial load and fluctuating load, there I am adding 10% biomass. So how commercially it is viable, what is the cost of biomass pellets, that is to be checked. And in my understanding, it is not commercially highly viable. My point number 3. Then what exactly should be the solution? Because our Government of India has decided and declared also that they are going in a very big way for renewables. Renewable percentage will be very high, maybe by 2030, maybe 50-50, and then after that, it will be still more. There are very ambitious points. To my understanding, and on which I have been working also in North India, if we can burn biomass as it is in a natural way. Natural way means whatever way it has taken from the farmland, if I can burn it just like that, without any processing, without pelleting, without heating, without cooling, without drying, nothing. Just like that, if you can burn the fuel just like that, then it becomes commercially very much attractive to the investors. And not only government, but private investors also are getting attracted to this. And I know about a dozen of power plants running in North India in the state of Punjab and Haryana. And they are running with 100% parali. Parali, that is paddy straw. So they're running 100% parali and they're successfully running. Of course, they are very small power plants, not 100 megawatt or 200 megawatt. Their maybe maximum is 25 megawatt. So, but they are running perfectly okay. So the only solution what I find to balance this between the fossil fuel and solar power, introduction of biomass-based power plant which fires 100% biomass. And that is very cheap also because fuel cost is very cheap. When the fuel cost is very cheap, then cost of generation is also very cheap. And private investors also are very happy on this. And if anybody listening this presentation, if he is interested in knowing more, he can contact me. Our company has been working on this topic and we have successfully implemented Parali-based power plants. Now, coming to the solution point, till now we have talked only the problems. Now, what could be the probable solution? Because, power sector is very matured now because it is for the last maybe 5-6 decades, it is getting developed. So power sector is highly matured and there is no low hanging fruits. We'll just go and plug something that is not possible now. So what probably we have to put lot of efforts to bring some high hanging fruits. One of the things are coming and we are being practicing also. We are getting the help of weather forecast. In a regular way, we are getting the weather forecast for tomorrow. On daily basis, we are getting the weather forecast from tomorrow and see how much solar will come and how the coal-based power stations should come up, at what load they should run. And not only this, we don't stop here. First point is we see how much solar can come tomorrow. That should be possible from the weather report. This much of solar energy will be developed tomorrow. And what is the demand forecast? So demand forecast minus solar energy available, that is the amount of energy conventional power stations are likely to develop. So that is to be given to that target is to be given to the conventional power plants, and they will go one step ahead. They should see the weather forecast about the ambient temperature, maybe the rainfall, maybe the relative humidity, maybe the rainfall, and all these things, and they decide at what load they can run. They have given a target, say 60% of load or maybe 40% of the load, and they should decide at the beginning of every shift that how they will run the power plant. Maybe they will stop one set of draft fans. Maybe they will stop one set of boiler feed pump. So maybe they do the maintenance so that it is running at part load. So they should take help, and grid management also should take help of the IMT. That means meteorological department's forecast. This much is from my side. If you have any questions, you can please ask me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Das, for sharing your views on balancing renewable and fossil fuel energy for efficient grid management.